Hi, in this video we're going to look at some examples to review long division. Here we have the problem 1230 divided by 6. So we're going to go step by step and say, okay, how many times does 6 go into 1? Well, it goes in 0 times. How many times does 6 go into 12? Now we're looking at these two digits here. It goes in 2 times. 2 times 6 is 12. So we subtract and we have 0 left over. Then we bring down the next digit, which is 3. And we ask how many times does 6 go into 3? 0 times. So we need to put a 0 up here in the answer. Then we bring down the last digit. How many times does 6 go into 30? 6 goes into 35 times. 5 times 6 is 30. Subtract and we have nothing left. So our answer is 205. Okay, the answer of a division problem is also called the quotient. We can always check to see if we have the correct answer by taking the answer, 205, and multiplying it by 6, and we should get 1230. Let's take another example. Here we have 19,342 divided by 38. We're dividing by a number that has 2 digits, so we may need to do a little bit of estimation in our heads or on paper in order to figure out the answer. So we'll go step by step. 38 doesn't go into 1. Next digit over. How many times does 38 go into 19? It doesn't. Then we want to know how many times does 38 go into 193? Well, I don't know about you, but I don't know the multiples of 38 or the multiplication table for 38 off the top of my head. So I'm going to do some estimating. I'm going to say, well, 38 is close to 40 and 193 is close to 200. So we're thinking, how many times does 40 go into 200? Or how many times does 4 go into 20? Well, 5. So 5 is a good place to start. We can try and see what is 38 times 5 and see if that's close to 193. So if we do that multiplication, we find that it is 190. Well, that works with our problem. So 5 is what goes up here. 5 times 38, we just figured out, is 190. Then we subtract 193 minus 190 is 3. Then bring down our next digit, which is 4. Well, how many times does 38 go into 34? Well, it doesn't. So we need to put a 0 up there in the answer. And then we can bring down the next digit, which is 2. Now we have to figure out how many times 38 goes into 342. Well, we could think of this as something like 40, 38 is close to 40, into 340. Or 4 into 34. Well, it goes about 8 times. We could try that. 38 times 4. See what we get for our answer. That's a 2. And carry the 3. Oh, whoops, I wanted to try 8, not 4. So let's do that over again. 38 times 8 is 304. Well, maybe it could go one more time. Let's try 9. 304 seems like it's just a little bit too small. So 38 times 9, see what we get. 8 times 9 is 72. Carry the 7. 27 plus 7 is 34. Oh, well, it's exactly 342. So we know that 38 goes into 342 9 times. We put the 9 up here. 9 times 38 is 342. Subtract, and we have nothing left. So our answer is 509. So sometimes, especially when we're dividing by a number that has 2 or more digits, we need to do some of this practice, some of this, trial and error until we figure out what the answer is. So these are the steps for long division.